174. Rasheed gets the nod after winning in overtime against his teammate in the Keystone Classic last weekend. Of course, Mark Hall, the great recruit, redshirting this year, he'll be at 174.
Nice single leg, low single leg there. See how the activity of his lower body, he's tucking that left ankle underneath so that we've seen a lot of these Lehigh wrestlers be able to attack and roll through. Yeah. And so it's really important for that left leg. See how I scooted that left leg back out almost in a sit-out position. Now he's in a scramble situation where he's just trying to keep his head up. And he didn't allow his head to go down and get in a rolling situation. By keeping up like that, he was able to go ahead and switch off and get the points.
Quick takedown for Rasheed, who was at 165 last year, and it just wasn't a good weight class for him. The stamina was an issue, and he's at a better weight class this year for him.
You can see, Tim, where he's a long, rangy wrestler, just like, Bo Nickel, and movement up, and can't wait to see him in the uniform, seeing him moving up to that weight class. I mean, he might move up again sometime in his career, as lanky as he is. There you go. Look at it. He's a half a head taller, all right, than Preisch. And he was wrestling in a weight class below. But you know what? You're in one of these competitive programs like this. You do what you can to get some mat time.
Hold, on top. Set.
Good spiral ride. They're working, pinching. Not really committed to it, so he gives up the escape. Back in on the low single leg. Switches off to the single on that side. And this time he allows that ankle to get tied up, and he could be able to pop up and switch to two. That was all horsepower right there.
Preisch trying to keep that whizzer in to keep Rasheed from getting that two.
Normally what you like to see is guys keep their head up in this position, wrinkle in the back of their neck so they can come up, but, Rasheed was looking for the ankle. Now we have a little bit of a stoppage.
Okay. You're takedown. Just a takedown.
Yeah. They're challenging the second takedown.
So they're going to see if there's indisputable evidence that it was not a takedown.
This may not be the look that they're getting, the referees are getting, but you see the work here, head kind of stuffed in the middle. Normally you wouldn't give it at that point. Now I don't really see where the control is there yet. All right, and this is what we talked about before, where Rasheed was able to keep his head up. See how his head's higher, right? And I think there's clearly weight on the hands.
Yep.
And so, you can see that the Lehigh corner is clear across. They didn't see it the way we have seen it here. So from their angle, the coach's angle, they're clear across the mat. They didn't see this, but watch what Rasheed does here. A lot of times guys will, in this roll-around situation, they'll just put their head down and they won't. See how he's working to get his head back up, put the opponent in difficulty. And I think it's better off to give up whatever you're holding on to as far as the lower body, all right, to keep your head up.
Right
that's
there,
clearly
the
weight on the hands, yeah. Neat environment here where they turn the lights down and just the hazy blue scene.
Women's hoops coming up next. UMBC versus Maryland. Lisa Byington and Christy Winters-Scott on the call, and a doubleheader after that. Nebraska taking on Cal. Coverage starts after wrestling on BTN and streaming live on BTN to go. Women's hoops next. Lehigh coaching staff. Again, Jim, they've been very competitive. They're in a tough, and I don't know if you can be in a tougher environment. And the rivalry, these two alumni bases, so respectful of each other. Penn State, Lehigh, 105 years wrestling, more than a century long.
We at Iowa State, we used to wrestle Lehigh all the time, and I didn't find this out till about a year ago that our coach, longtime legendary coach Harold Nichols, his first title in 1965, 3 Lehigh wrestlers won and beat Oklahoma State wrestlers that allowed him, and he kept Lehigh on the schedule no matter how good they were. You know, we always went to Lehigh, or Lehigh came to Ames, and it was out of the personal recognition of what those 3 guys did to the 65 championship team.
I was talking to my friend, former coach Greg Strobel, yesterday, and he was telling me that often the alumni have events together. And, of course, they're very competitive, but when they're not wrestling each other, they certainly want to see the other one do well.
I witnessed that several times. It's absolutely true, and a lot of respect amongst the alumni. Rasheed.
A lot of great coaches as well. Of course, Greg Strobel, Hall of Famer, and former Lehigh coach Thad Turner, and Tom Hutchison still around the area, and of course Jerm Lehman. What a great history of coaches there.
You just named 3 great guys. Thad Turner, one of the best, gentlemen in the sport. Of course, we know Jerm from his time at UNI, and Coach Hutchison. He was at the Blair Academy. That got that strong tradition going back in the day. We just had such great wrestlers, you know, Lieberman's, Daryl Burley, you know, Caruso, the great Mike Caruso. You know, they just could go up and down the lineup there, and you know, and I think to a degree, you know, with Pat Santoro really understanding that by having, you know, his uncles and
his dad
wrestled
Lehigh. Yeah.
Lehigh. I mean, he just understands that. He's just a perfect guy for this situation, and I think he's got. These 2 programs are recruiting the same guys. They're well aware of each other.
So the challenge won by Lehigh, not the takedown not given, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, I don't think they were looking at that takedown. I think they had to be looking at something different here, because that was clearly the first one. That was the first takedown. 3-1 score with the escape. Again, this match is still within range for Preisch, for the Mountain Hawks.
Well, we'll see a lot right here. I can't imagine Rasheed. He's so lean right now at 165. He did have a stamina issue last year, and right now, Ryan Preisch has an opportunity. If he can, you know, keep the pressure on, work the head like he's working right now, and start to wear him down, he's kept himself in this match.
Yeah. Again, this is not. Sometimes you see guys that in the college level, I mean, they maybe struggle. I mean, if Preisch might be one of those guys that has a shot to that back leg, and Rasheed straddles or basically has a sugar foot here with that right leg. He keeps that left leg so far back, and Preisch doesn't really have the skills yet to be able to get to that, but that's good defense. He's got the ankle hooked, can't drop his hips as well as he needs to get the corner. And I look at his vision too. When a guy's not shooting, I look at what he's looking at. I mean, there's a lead shot, switches
hooks
off
a leg,
to a double.
2 points, yeah.
You know, and that's what I was looking at for, you know, going back into the Gulabon match. Notice how quickly he changed off to a double after he got in so deep. And that's what you got to do against these taller guys. They'll let you in, all right? You can get in, but you've got to be able to make the quick switch, or else change angle, know that man's going to be coming up over the top looking for your ankles. But there was no chance of that with that quick change off to a double.
That was a great hard shot by Preisch. Farm boy strong. He is from Milton High School in New Columbia, Pennsylvania, and he's just a hard grinder, and that's why he's undefeated, 6-0.
Milton High School, home of Charlie Heller. You're out there. I want to give you my regards. All right, just a shot to the lead shot, but quickly into that double leg right there, and no chance for the counter with the quick scoop of the leg. That's the way you do it.
The opportunity underneath for Preisch now. There's no riding time involved for either wrestler. Preisch trying to clear the hands, come out on top, and he does. He's got, they don't call anything, but should that be one? There's 1 point escape. 1 point escape for Preisch. 2 top 20 ranked wrestlers trying to break it into the top 10.
Yeah, and now you've got Preisch, who's been holding position pretty well the whole match, and actually even better. You see how Rasheed is a little bit higher in his stance. Again, that's going to be natural for him. He's able to get to the leg.
Nice slow attack by Rasheed.
Yeah, can he get that? Oh, now we're in an ankle pass situation. Notice how he's going to get elbow deep around that. And should try to coach guys just get their heads up right here. Rasheed's doing a pretty good job of that.
Now the head up is with Preisch. If he can come up from out the back door, keep his head up and come around, advantage Preisch right now.
He really can't get there, but given the lock that he has around the thigh. Now he switched off a little bit, but the referee's going to call the stalemate.
All right.
Good call.
41 seconds left in regulation. Preisch out in front 4-3. There's no riding time. So the Lehigh wrestler, if it ends like this, will win.
You know, got a little action and try to get to that low shot one more time. But again, Preisch is able to drop it. Now a little advantage here for Rasheed. What's he able to do with it?
Can the crowd bring him home?
And a lot of time. And I think he needs to break 3 and get to his low shot again. There it is. There it is.
Nice sprawl there by Preisch.
Well, he sprawled and circled, and that keeps all the action in the center of the mat. Yeah. Headlock attempt, giving up the takedown, but
nice win for Ryan Preisch, coming from behind, an early takedown by Rasheed, and Preisch comes back, stays undefeated for the Mountain Hawks. Winner by decision.
Beautiful high crotch switch to a double, the big score right there.